Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are reacting to a tier 3 Patreon pick of the month. This one's brought to us by Oblivion. Hello, how are you doing today? Thank you very much as always for this request, because what he requested is someone we haven't listened to in some time, so thank you for suggesting this. We are reacting to Sleep Token. The song is called Nazareth. Very interesting already. I'm intrigued already. Can't wait to dive in. As I mentioned, it's been far too long since we've listened to Sleep Token, so I can't wait to dive in. I have pulled up the lyrics here. I will try my best to interpret the song as I go. I'll pause twice to give you my thoughts and commentary. And yeah, man, like I said, I can't wait to dive in. It's been too long. But please, do not forget that what you see here is never a substitution for the original content. So you be sure to check out Sleep Token's original YouTube page. Official YouTube page is what I meant to say. Click on all their stuff, expand the descriptions, click on all the links. It's the best free way to support your favorite band. Thank you very much for being here, and welcome back to Abigail Reacts.
View discretion is advised. Levels of hype, chaos, and good vibes may exceed normal limits. Thank you for your cooperation, and enjoy the show. We going straight in.
All right, guys, just a reminder that I do all of my reactions completely blind and in one single take. Here we go. Basic. Got a roach on a rose. What is that?
I'll see you when the wrath comes. Knocking on your bedroom door with money, building your kingdom. Dripping from the open mouth, I'll show you what you look like from the inside. And I'll see you when the wrath comes around.
Pretty harmonies there. There's the beat. There's the percussion.
Let's load the gun. Make her read the tape in the bathroom mirror. See if she can guess what a hollow point does to a naked body. Let's fuck her up.
It's Kato.
Manifest pain at the core of pleasure. I'll see you when the wrath comes around.
Got a little bit lost there in the lyrics. Okay. So let's go ahead and dive into these lyrics here. I have no idea what bug that is. It's weird looking at it up close. I want to say a roach, but on a flower and there's some blood on there. Verse 1. I'm not going to do every single line. That would be too time consuming. I'll see you when the wrath comes. I'll show you what you look like from the inside. It's so strange. He's saying so pretty, but what he's saying immediately sounds threatening, a bit sinister. I'll see you when the wrath comes. So he's talking directly to someone as if punishment is definitely coming for him. And then there's almost this promise that when it arrives, I'll show you what you look like from the inside. It's gonna be brutal. Let's see. Looking a little bit more at these lyrics here. There's a mention of money and building you a kingdom. Kind of makes it feel like this person may have gotten a little too comfortable, powerful, untouchable. I don't know. Regardless, he's saying that that's not going to protect you. The chorus, very interesting, because it just repeats tonight, tonight, tonight. You have the answer. So that repetition to me, it just really comes off eerie. And it makes me smile because I think the little hairs on the back of my neck are standing up because it's so eerie, dark, and haunting. Because we aren't actually told what that answer is. I guess that's left up to your interpretation. It's not good in my brain. It feels like something has already been decided. And tonight is the moment this person is finally gonna find out. FO, FAFO, what's coming to him, right? Verse 2 kind of made me jaw drop just a little bit. Let's load the gun. Manifest pain at the core of pleasure. Ooh, the lyrics here, I don't even want to read them. They're incredibly, they got extremely graphic and disturbing, right? This threat, the threat from, I guess, the first verse turns into an actual violent scenario. There's anger, but it's darker than like somebody just losing their temper or having a fit, It's this violence is being described as almost it's deliberate. It's methodical, which makes the whole thing feel even more unsettling, you know? Just that line about pain and pleasure, it also gives this section, that twisted mix, of attraction, punishment, cruelty, whatever relationship is being described here, it's become completely destructive. And are we at the, oh my gosh, there's not that much lyrics left. Oh, I might as well finish and then I could just focus on the instrument. There's only a little bit left, and I know I've already gone over my usual amount of time I like to take to go over the lyrics before unpausing. We only have a little bit left. Bear with me. And then the next pause, I could just focus on the instrumentation, which is my favorite part. The outro says, which we haven't heard yet, but we will soon, they won't be missing you. See you when the wrath comes. So again, the earlier threats just kind of repeat over and over alongside the let's load the gun line. It feels obsessive, like the song has completely locked into this revenge fantasy, possibly ending on the idea that nobody will miss this person. Kind of makes the hatred feel especially cold. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I got lost. I'll be honest. I got lost in that, but we're all done. Those are all the lyrics. So let me go back here 5 seconds. And now the next pause, I could just focus on the instrumentation. Love it. Let's go. Sorry. I got excited. Pizzicato! Why do I feel like it's about to go down? What's about to happen? I feel the build. Yes! Okay. Let's stop it there real quick and just talk about the instrumentation. I will go back 5 seconds. I wanted to go back to a screen that's not so bright. It's somehow brighter. Okay, well, I can't win. Anyway, I noticed that in the beginning of the song, the drums were very minimal. I am starting to feel the drums become, especially before the electric guitars came in, I did feel the drums start to become a little bit more noticeable, especially with the deeper hits underneath everything. And then the distorted, heavier guitars like slowly crept in. I knew it. I knew it was gonna happen. I knew something was gonna happen. I felt the build. Totally called it, by the way. When those guitars came in, I liked it because it was such a contrast from uh Vessel's singing style up until that point. He was so um smooth and pretty, almost hypnotic, the way he was singing. And then with the direct contrast of the heavier guitars, I liked that because it kept me on my toes. I knew something was coming, but I wasn't sure what. Regardless, very interesting song. This song so far had an interesting, almost strange groove. Like I can't really. It doesn't sound like straightforward metal, to me so far. It had this mix of electronic music, a little bit alternative rock, maybe heavier progressive metal elements, but Sleep Token, they're just really good at making those completely different sounds feel like they belong in the same song. I kind of love it. Regardless, we are at the end now. So that was my second and final pause. I need to hear it play out until the end. I'll keep listening to the instrumentation. And then I'm going to give you my final interpretation of what I think the song is about. Let's play it out until the end. Whoa, love that piano. What is happening? Even the video is matching this intensity. What is happening? I don't know, but I like it. Couple rose petals over the mask to end it. So eerie. What a transformation of this song. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so Nazareth wasn't anywhere in these lyrics? Let me just double check that real quick. Nazareth? Why is the song called Nazareth? It's not mentioned. Okay. Well, if I were to interpret this song, the whole thing, not just section by section, still trying to connect to Nazareth. So this song, Nazareth, is an extremely dark revenge song. Built around someone maybe imagining violent punishment towards another person. It starts with a warning that the wrath is coming. Biblical, Nazareth, maybe. Then it gets progressively more graphic until the ending becomes almost a repeated chant of anger and violence and just... The title Nazareth, now that I think about it, gives it this religious sounding frame. Especially alongside, the words like wrath. They mentioned kingdom earlier, but the lyrics themselves, they deliberately twist that kind of language into something much darker and violent, which again is that heavy contrast. Okay. That was interesting. When it comes to the instrumentation, the song was incredibly catchy. I definitely enjoyed it. I definitely need to hear it a few more times, and I can't wait to do so. So, what was my favorite part? It was definitely the part where the song just takes a shift. It was so smooth and pretty and calm considering how dark the lyrics were. But then it took a turn. And the turn was severe. And I think that's where my jaw dropped. I think that's going to be my favorite part of the song, but I would love to know your favorite part of the song. Thank you so very, very much to Oblivion for requesting this. It had been too long. Thank you guys so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this reaction, please like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to check out the Patreon link as well as the Discord link in the description below. And I will see you next time. Bye.